Welcome everybody to Manpower Trip Black Nerd Lifestyle. I'm Lilo.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
We're here with a special guest today. The man of the day, the man of the hour. Let's go. Keemari.
What's going on, guys? It's your man Keemari, aka Mars. All right,
Hey,
here
Mars,
to be on the
Mars in the
podcast
building.
today.
Let's go.
Good.
I want to say thank you guys for having me on. I do appreciate you guys inviting me to be on this splendid podcast.
Hey, and we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. We are out here, Black Anime Podcast number 202. What's up, gentlemen?
Yeah, 202 in the building. What's good, brothers?
Yeah.
Nothing much. How you guys been? How you brothers been?
We good. And on that note, let's go straight into vibe, guys. Let's go. So what's popping? How was y'all weekend?
You know what? The weekend wasn't bad.
Chilling?
Just chilling.
Yeah, my weekend wasn't too bad. You know, it's first weekend in a while where I didn't have to work. So,
oh,
you know.
shit! I mean, for the listeners who don't know, Mars out here doing big man things all the time. Homie's always busy, so to get that chill.
Listen. I wouldn't say it's big man things, but you know, you've been working kind of crazy.
I mean, come on, son. Like you stay busy. No, you stay busy.
Yeah.
You hear the laugh?
Right, I hear the laugh.
That's grown man things. That's grown man things.
But yeah, it's been a while since I had a break. I had a chance to chill. Clothes shop.
How do you feel? How do you feel now that you finally get your laugh?
You're not used to it.
Facts.
Right? Like,
You don't know what to do with yourself right now.
Yeah, it feels a little weird. Like, part of me wants to sleep all day, and then another part of me is like, oh, well, there's stuff to do, right?
You know, what kills me about that is that internal clock. You get up, you like,
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
Oh my god, throw it all out of whack.
I be hating, and you're like, oh yeah, I got the day off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh shit, I'm gonna wake up at 10. I'm gonna wake up at noon. Motherfucker, wake up at like 6:30 in the morning,
bro.
Fucking sunny and crack. Yeah, and you just sitting there in the dark, talking like, oh, what the fuck do I do now?
It's between the fight of just waking up in the morning and then just sometimes you got to tell yourself, nah, we going back now. We gotta fight like 3 more rounds of sleep here.
Don't you guys find it like on the days where you have to go to work early, right? Like it's so difficult to wake up in the morning. Yeah. But the days you have the day off, your ass is up there at 5-6 o'clock in the morning. Like it's the easiest thing ever.
I'm looking around like, what the fuck am I doing? It's the only time I got.
I'm like, why am I up? What's wrong with you?
Seriously, you looking at your internal clock like, all right, we ready to box or what's going on?
That internal clock be messing people up. I swear.
Facts. All right, but so my weekend was it was chill as well. Saturday was shout out to a homie Lily. It was her mother's birthday, so me and Kenny was out chilling. We was out partying with the folk and for all that yada yada. It was fun time. And then stepping into the work week just general. How was your work week, co-host?
It was a mix.
A mix of shit.
All right. So some days was all right. Like Monday was cool. Tuesday was okay. Wednesday the bullshit came.
See, I was waiting for that because I was talking to you all week. You was like, it's been chill.
Yeah. Wednesday and today the bullshit came. So like, you know what? It's almost Friday.
Yeah, we got that half coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead. You guys get Veteran Day off?
No.
Bullshit.
We'll be right into that shit. So absolutely not. And my supervisor's been out all week. One of them for medical situations, but the second one she randomly took the whole week off. So I don't know if it threw my trainee out of whack, something like that. She been with me here and there all throughout the week. She got like one more full week training, and then she just let on her.
Yeah, Nick, that's right. Nick is a Kakashi sensei.
Hey, Nick, are you still practicing? What is it? What does it say? We used to say, no mercy in this dojo with your new training. You just throwing the motherfucker in the fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
I can so see it.
After the first training where I laid stuff out for the person and they still went into the test and they flunked everything, I had to make a new batch that was so specific in detail, and I just gave it off to her. And then at the same time, I'm like, all right, this one's better on note and having her shit all together, stuff like that. But like when we started practicing the shit over again, she forgot everything. I was like, well, listen, you gonna have to detail look at your notes because, girl, it's on you.
It's almost like, well, I don't think this is for you.
Listen, man.
Oh man.
She's gonna have to gather up and figure out. Gonna have to figure out.
Hopefully she takes the next few days, you know, to try and figure herself out.
Like for the whole next week, she's supposed to like shadow like this time, like the whole time she's been training with me. It was like from 1 to 3:30 or like 4 o'clock. Now it's gonna be like the whole day. So she gonna bother me all the way from like 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna be on my bully.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna be on my bully.
You drill sergeant, we see you.
Yeah, 8:30. Yep, nah, 8:30 gonna be like, oh, that ass. I'm like, yo, nah, too early for that. But Mars, how's your week now?
So my week started out pretty slow, which I always like.
Good.
Being in the office after a weekend out working, you kind of hope things are slow. Right?
Yep.
So I did have like half a work week because I took the rest of the week off.
Yeah.
So everything was going smooth until Tuesday when they tried to put me down some overtime on a vacation day.
I hope you had the phone turned off.
Oh man, you know you're sitting there, you're in a meeting and you're just chilling, and then you know they're like, oh yeah, so we have this project going on tonight. Yeah, Keemari, come in.
Nah, I'm putting on the Savage do-rag at that point. Like, nah, I'm out.
I'm sitting there like that. What is that? That John Travolta me looking to like, what the?
Like, yo, listen.
Like, yo, there's like 7 other niggas in here. Why are you picking on me to come in? Like, what's going on?
He's like, I am Kevin Joyeux. Like, what are you talking about?
So like, I was like, you know, the whole day, that whole Tuesday, this happened on Tuesday. Tuesday, said, oh fuck, like I need to figure out a way to get out of this.
Oh man.
Slowly be like, what's good? My Wi-Fi is bugging right now. Y'all hear me? I don't hear you.
So I got to a point where I was just like, hey, like, you know, it doesn't look like, you know, I try to, you know, guilt trip everyone, like, and you know, I got tomorrow off, and like, it doesn't sound like there's much going on. Like, you know, do you think you guys, you know, handle it? Blah blah blah. And, you know, unfortunately, like they ended up finding like another person. So,
okay.
You know, as soon as they turned their back, you know, I did that hooray jump in the air, put my fist in the air. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. Woo!
Yeah, Breakfast Club, jump in the air, freeze frame, freeze frame. So you know them niggas, my Wi-Fi out.
And so pretty much that's it. I've been off since Wednesday, so I've been enjoying the days off.
When I take PTO, the policy is prepare the others.
Facts.
I will not
always,
be there.
Always.
I don't know why it's like shit tends to hit the fan when you take a vacation.
Facts.
Like,
always.
It's like all the days that I'm here, like we don't have this issue. As soon as you go on vacation, motherfuckers is like, hey, we do you know the answer to this? Do you know the answer to that? It's like,
oh yeah, big time. Remember when we went to New Orleans and they was messaging you for shit, and they was messaging me midway where we was about to go on the Mardi Gras?
Oh man, that was prime time. Hey, figure that shit out, like.
Bro, it started raining. We were still about to pop out into the party city, and everything was about to get lit. Then I get a message. I was like, oh hell no.
You hit him like, oh yeah, my phone died. I don't know what happened. Like,
facts, bro. You had to prepare the meeting with the work do-rag on, bro.
Like, I ain't had no service. Sorry, I can't help you.
Facts.
I can't help you. I'm back now. Let's figure this out.
Exactly.
On vacation, leave me the fuck alone.
See? Also, shout outs, belated birthday, Tina in the background. If here, happy belated birthday.
Oh, she hears it. She says thank you.
All right. So that's that good for everybody's week so far.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool.
Good.
All right, let's go into the OD off the cuff discussion of the week. Now, gentlemen, I want to present to you something from a little Twitter discussion that's been popping up lately. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and hear your thoughts about voice actors occupying and leaving space for representation since the George Floyd situation. So now, just lately this week, we heard from, I think, the old voice actor from the English dub of Chad from Leap. And he had responded with why he didn't return to voicing Chad in the new 1,000-Year Blood War arc series that they have going on Hulu. They just came out with the first dub episode, and it is voiced by somebody else. I didn't get the person's name, but he had come out with a whole Twitter post about him talking about representation matters, and this happening in the voice act community since the George Floyd situation and the black swears that happened on Instagram. A lot of voice actors have seemed to realize their place of, you know, speaking for people of all kinds of community, where it was like white voice actors occupying space that they have now understood that it is meant for other people and voice actors that should be into the community. So the person let it out a whole tweet that said that he would come back because representation matters, and it was, you know, a good standpoint and a good reason why he didn't want to return and give the opportunity to somebody. What is your thoughts on this growing trend and just the shift of things, like especially with the return of like different animes or reboots or situations happening? White people aren't occupying spaces as much. What's your thoughts, both of you guys?
Well, I could go first. I mean, I find that admirable, right? Like, like this is your, like a lot of these voice actors, this is your profession in your career, and you're stepping down to give, you know, other voice actors who can probably represent or not probably, but who can represent the character, you know, on screen and off the screen, right? I find that admirable. Like, you're giving like another group of people like a voice, you know, in anime. I mean, like, I think
that's a lot to miss out on bag.
Yeah. So like, it shows you that like a lot of voice actors are self-aware of the, what is it? I guess not like a bad term, like or self-aware of the culture, right? Yeah. So like they're understanding that, you know, there's probably not a lot of, you know, for black characters, like black voices out there that are voice characters. You should. So I find it admirable. I think didn't the voice actor for Cleveland?
I was thinking the
Family
same
Guy,
thing. Yep.
Right? He stepped down also for the same reason, right?
Yeah, so, and there was a guy on YouTube that did the voice just about as slowly and stuff like that, and he was doing all the time, and then he got brought in to be the new voice. So if you're like watching the new episodes of Family Guy, you can't even pretty much.
Yeah. So like I think it's a win-win for everyone. Like, especially if like the voice of the character doesn't change that much. Like the fans still get the same character that they grew up with and love, right? Yeah. But it still gives, you know, other people opportunities to voice these characters.
Great co-host.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect the fact that you're giving others an opportunity. I respect that you get a chance to have the voice match character, like Keemari was mentioning, inside and outside of shows they're doing. And honestly, that's the real greatest thing. Like, to step aside and lead that bag, say, hey, I'm gonna open up this opportunity for someone else.
I mean, that's great and admirable and respectable through the whole situation. And it's interesting. I don't know. It's interesting, but also a double-edged sword too. Also think about, you know, everybody's trying to get a bag and everybody's trying to, you know, gather up what they can in the voice acting community, which is already smalled up and trying to go across of all things that's happening. And it's great to see voice actors getting opportunities and stuff after years, because we've had discussions from like Cree Summers and Phil Lamar, done voice act black characters throughout years, talk about the space being small and they don't see a lot of people workforce and stuff that was been people out of like space for a long time. And you gotta come and wonder, like, this George Floyd situation and COVID having happened and everybody seeing, you know, responses and everybody having like visceral responses and answering all black just any way they can. I mean, it kind of came to a situation where you kind of wonder, I mean, this injustice stuff have been happening for the longest time, but that was like biggest wake up call to people. So you gotta wonder, like, in these space for like the longest time, what were they not seeing from before, or like what was keeping people out from before? What do you think was, because this was just a sudden wake up call that everybody decided to wake one day and realize this, even though they was occupying the space for the longest time? It's like, I mean, do you think this was a trend thing that just had to happen to get popping, or like why didn't they realize this? Because a lot of people was taking a lot of space, a lot of bags.
So my thing on that is, when it comes to voice acting, you're acting a character, and in regards to that, was that a path? Was that a path that certain people of color wanted to go? Was it a matter of, hey, this is not something I want to do, or was it the fact that the opportunities weren't there? Yeah. So yes, that's the question. Or I guess it was or does it come down to the people that were looking for the voice acting?
I think I agree also. I think it depends on like from these animation studios, like when it comes to hiring, like what were they looking for, right? Were they putting posters out, or was it by word of mouth, right? Was it like, hey, like, I know this guy like who can be great for this character, right? Yeah. Then more so it's not, you know, put out to everyone, you know, given to your friend or, you know, person that you know. So like maybe in those spaces, like, you know, there wasn't a group of people within that group of like, you know, colleagues or co-workers where that word of mouth or that word was getting out. So maybe that's why representation wasn't brought out. Another thing I'm thinking also is like, you know, when it comes to like voice animation, it could just be like no one thought about representation, right? Everyone was like, hey, like, you know, this is a character. We just need a voice for the character. Doesn't matter who the person is. We just need someone to voice the character.
Especially, I was also hearing certain discussions that was happening under like some people that specify in voice acting category, but then at the same time they're fighting it with the big time, you know, Hollywood actual actors who at one point they look down at it, but then they're also cast in the role, like they don't have voice experience, but they get get put in the role over most people because they are a famous name. Like how Kevin Hart is always like voice role, or at one point, what was it? It was a battle between a couple of people that wanted to voice Shrek, and then they eventually ended up with Mike Myers, which was, you know, perfect for Shrek overall. But then people in the voice act community, there's people trained in like years, and then they get the role passed over because of a name.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that also. Yeah. I've heard that a lot, and I can see the reason why. You know, like a bigger name sells.
You want to sell,
like,
exactly.
You know, like you said for Shrek, like what was it at that time? Mike Myers,
I think it was between Mike Myers and Chris Farley. I think there was like a Twitter thing about Chris Farley wanting, but Mike Myers at the time was a bigger name.
Yeah,
Austin Powers and everything.
Yeah, so like you want a name that's gonna sell the movie or to sell the show or whatever it is that you're selling. Which like exactly could like lead to like minimizing like diverse representation within the anime community, because now you're taking people who are already actors and having them fill the roles when you have people who have been training, you know, who have been training their whole lives, or you know, training like a long number of years, you know, for voice acting for anime.
Yeah, and then at the same time, you're not only is the community getting smaller, but it's like you're not also bringing on the new voice actors, because you're using the actors that are out there, and then you kind of have your pool of voice actors. Like it's gonna be that same pool because they barely get the opportunity as it is. So it's like you can't find the next great person because like pool is trying to survive.
Yeah. They should like if they like you said, Kevin Hart. Like I'm gonna use Kevin Hart here. I'm gonna use Kevin Hart here. I'm gonna use Kevin Hart here.
Yep.
You know?
Oh yeah, big.
And now your pool is just revolved around Kevin Hart. And I'm gonna use Kevin Hart wherever I can use Kevin Hart.
Oh, it's just an interesting thing, I guess, with voice acting. And then not only are you competing amongst yourself, but you're competing with people from outside the profession.
Yeah, been in the game time.
I guess what the question would be for like, you know, a lot of these animation studios is what are they doing to, you know, to bring more animators in and to, you know, diversify the pool of voice actors, you know, for these shows. Like what are they doing? Because you see voice actors like are stepping down to give other people opportunity, but what are the studios doing in order to do that?
Yeah. And then at the same time, I think COVID and the Zoom protocol and everything has given a large opportunities for people like found time train on their downtime. There's voice actors learn from you or maybe TikTok, and they've grown their own capacity. And then Zoom, you don't have to be in the rooms where like a lot of people make decisions. Do it online and meet certain people and get your name out there, get references. It opened up the pool definitely pretty much a lot.
And the last thing always comes down to this, the dollar, money. The animation studio, they're looking to find a voice who can make them the most money. Because one thing they all have in common is they all see green.
Yeah. Get best out of that. If the representation can pull some people. Because hey, sometimes you see a black voice actor or somebody of your race in a role and be like, I just want to hear them, you know, what they do with this character. That's gonna be different from people we've heard before. But I could definitely pull, and now you got a different audience, you expect more money. Boom.
That's it.
Yep. So that's closing off the discussion, that one, and then we go to the nerd/review of week. All right, first on the docket we got. So you guys heard about this news of a guy working on he was working on a VR helmet, and apparently he got a little Sword Art Online crazy, and he made a helmet that can kill you if you die in the game on some Sword Art Online.
I saw that.
Cost and where can I get it?
No,
right?
They cuffed that nigga up quick.
I like a little thrill in my video.
No.
Yo, I saw it.
Final thrill, shit. Then the game started cheating, and you already gone. That's a Black Mirror shit.
You know how they have easy mode and then they have hard
Hell
mode,
no.
Right?
Or you want to play God of War on some extra shit?
No. I'm trying to play death mode. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Oh no! Listen, I saw that and I was like, oh no! I just watched Cyberpunk. No, we are not doing this. We are not doing this now.
You think you want that thrill until you walk and then you get killed by a snail and you didn't even see the snail coming, and then all you see is the machine shoot you and that's it.
Listen, no, thank you.
Could you imagine, like, you know how like some games, like some RPG games, thought it was like the base defense and shit like that, and like some nigga throws a rock at you and you just die right there.
Nah, bro. So what was it? There was a joke in a YouTube video I see mad long ago how they joke about Dark Souls. I think it was Caleb City put it there. Nigga, if you stand too long, like hell no.
You walking in the game, mind your old business, random grenade show up and it's over for you.
You're like, wait, I'm in the Middle Ages. Where did grenade come from?
So like, what's the story? What's the story behind this? Because I just briefly saw it.
I briefly ran through it, but I saw it throughout the week. So a guy went pretty much he wanted to have people go through the thrill of it or some shit like that. So he just put it in there. It looks so funny because it's like a helmet, but it looked like it got like, I don't know how it reverse. I guess it reverse shoots you because it looks like it's got like mini missile guns at the top of it, and it looks like, I guess if it gave over, it just shoots straight through your head.
Wait a minute.
It looked just like that.
Yeah, it looked like a helmet with guns on it. So it's like I guess it just backfires on you when you lose.
Why son go so hard, bro?
I don't know. He didn't looking for that. He saw, like I said, he saw all that extra shit from The Matrix, Sword Art Online. He like, oh, all right, so y'all want the thrill? Here you go. Y'all get the thrill.
Oh man, this guy
who's cleaning that up? That's my new question. Like he taking all that to the extreme. I'm like, bro, who's on standby cleaning all this shit up?
You know, it's a janitor from the building. Oh shit, here we go again. Here's Greg again with another person in this fucking room.
Janitor better be paid like the top executive, because what are you doing? Like, my son got to get rid of body and shit like that? Like, nah.
He's like, if I gotta clean gray matter one more fucking time in this
that nigga is sick. OD with the mop. Like, fuck this shit again. Come on, Jeffrey.
That's crazy.
Some of us already live in Gotham City, so we don't need these type of things.
Some bullshit. No. That's why they had to cuff him and book him out of here.
You know, it's some rich, billionaire talking about like, yo, like, who plays Russian roulette just for the fun of it. It's just like, like, this is the next level. I like this.
And on that same energy, keep that in mind, because we're about to talk about another rich billionaire that's fucking up the game. So the next on the docket, we're gonna talk about Twitter and Elon Musk, and must be muskin. We've been talking about this since we used to have the stock news on this shit, but must be muskin. It's been a whole year and this nigga still muskin. What is he doing with Twitter? What is he doing with Twitter? I spent so long putting a shield against Twitter, and now I'm doing the Twitter for Blerd By Nature. And just as the time Elon Musk decides to buy Twitter, oh hell breaking loose. What the fuck is this nigga doing? Having people pay like $8 monthly for a social media site? Like, you bugging? This feels like the time where they used to tell us Facebook was about to turn into a site where you had to pay to use it. I'm like, bro, what is this bullshit? Now he got like people paying to get blue checks to be verified for $8 a month and shit like that. And he talking about Twitter might be under a paywall and all this other. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But don't you see the thing that I find it crazy that he goes and does it. Says like, hey, like, you guys gotta pay $8, $20 for a blue check, and people are going and paying.
People are doing this
and
shit.
$20 for a blue check. Like, you gotta like, honestly, like, it's crazy, right? But like, you have to like really like, you have to respect it. Like, this dude is getting people to pay $8 to $20 like for a fucking blue check, bro. Like,
hype beasts are crazy because this feels like the Supreme Metro card all over again.
Listen,
this is wild. And then it's funny because I saw like today he had a call because there was a mass firing of mad people on Twitter, and then like a day later he was like, I gotta call all them niggas back because I'm running out of people to fix this up. And then like today I see on the call they was like, yo son, expect there to be massive losses in money and revenue on Twitter. And he said bankruptcy is not off the table. I'm like, nigga, what, you just got the job.
Hey, these business people, it's like, hey, this is just another business. Like, if it doesn't work out, it's no skin off my bones to shut this shit down.
That is so wild.
Really crazy.
That's so wild because the backstory of him buying Twitter. He bought it because he did it like he was flexing. He was flexing his money. He only put in a bid for Twitter, and it was supposed to be a joke bid, and they pulled his card because he won the bid, and they was like, all right, you gotta buy it, but he tried to back out of it, and then they tried to sue his ass. So he decided to take it, and then he like, well, I got no plan for this.
That's like being in an auction and be like, yeah, $100 million. And they're like, all right, you got it. He's like, nah.
He said, bet. All right, that's the last bet. He like, whoa, nobody want to be 100 million in one.
Someone's like, what I'm gonna do with this? All right.
This nigga was the plankton. This nigga was the plankton meme. I didn't know. I didn't expect I was gonna get this far.
Right. So now he's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want with it now.
Yeah, that's literally it. He playing that mode right now. He like $8 verification. Y'all want a blue check? Everyone Everybody get a blue check. Want that shit?
That's crazy. I mean, like you would think. I heard like there are like a lot of big name actors. What is it, like Steven Spielberg? You know, and a lot of other people are just like, hey, like I'm not paying for that like blue check. Like you can make me pay. Like I'm leaving.
That's gashing. Like what? And everybody can be verified. So like, who's special?
Yeah, but like like when you have people on there, like I guess the other crazy thing is like if these big name people are not paying for these blue checks for these names, like some random Joe Schmo can be like, yo, like,
bro, verified people could be like, yo, scammers about to go off because they can verify themselves. Yep. And then all them gullible people when they in their message box acting like they Beyonce or Michael Jackson from the dead, be out there like I ain't dead, I'm alive. Look at the blue check. You can send me money.
Yeah, this Tupac from the Caribbean, bro. Like,
send me money quick so I can build a house. You already know. Run with me.
Right. I'm like, who's checking these verifications now? Because listen, the scammer's gonna be like, oh word, I'm gonna verify myself as Microsoft. I'm gonna verify myself as Facebook. What's up,
nigga? Just give me your social security. I could cut you a check, bro.
Yeah. What was it before? Like you had to like put in like a whole application in order to get your blue check before.
I think there was a meme going around that said the old verification told it was like government officials, big people and stuff like that. And then now it says if you got a blue check, it says just subscribe to Twitter Blue.
Really?
That's it.
Oh,
holy shit!
Yeah.
Like so you don't have to go through that whole application no more.
Nah, just pay the $8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, this nigga running this shit like the Wild Wild West.
Bro, that's really crazy. Yeah. Go ahead and send me your this is Steven Spielberg. Yeah, go ahead and send me a movie script with $100,000 and I'll see what I can do with it. Hey Steve, bro, you got my movie yet?
Who the hell are you? Bro, we've been messaging for the last 8 months. I've been sending you money every day of my life. Now I'm bankrupt, bro. Help me. Nah, that shit, wow. But then on the eve of Twitter burning, did you see that Tumblr trying to make its return? Talking about, yo, you know how we cut off all that nudie stuff? Yeah, forget all that. Come back to Twitter. We allowing all the nudes. Come on.
Are you dead ass?
I'm dead ass. Tumblr saw what Elon Musk was doing and they said, yo, this is the perfect opportunity. We coming back. All nudes are allowed, bro.
They see an opportunity.
I'm not gonna front. Tumblr's not coming back, bro.
Tumblr's not coming back. The era of when we used to tear that shit up on college? Nah, bro, that shit not coming back. That shit not coming back, bro. Even they can let all the nudes fly. That's not coming back. It was an era, but no.
Not when you have Instagram. Like Instagram is popping now. Like people are still on Facebook. TikTok. People still like you have TikTok. Like like all even the nudie shit, right? Even the news shit, right? Like that shit you can find on OnlyFans and like fuck it, like people are on Reddit doing that shit. Like
exactly, so, like, shit'll be on the fly like that. Like when social media eras pass you by, they pass by. Bro.
Yeah, that's like what I heard. I heard someone saying that they're trying to bring back Vine.
That's I was just about to talk. That was Elon in the midst of this Twitter bullshit. This nigga said, you know what? I could bring back Vine. I'm like, TikTok's right here, bro.
They coming out of the woodwork. He
is throwing anything at the pace wall. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, like you could probably go like so far with nostalgia, right? Like, people are gonna be like if people brought back MySpace. I think MySpace is still up.
MySpace is still up, and they still try. I think like when stuff was getting weaker, MySpace we can add some more stuff, makes us like Tumblr, and then everybody was already at Tumblr. It's like, no, you're not.
You think you think on MySpace it's just Tom and that one dude that still uses the AOL broadband internet?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. He was like, what is this new thing called Facebook?
As far as I know, my MySpace page is still there somewhere in the universe.
You could just imagine all the old stuff that you used to create, and it ain't deleted, like AIM stuff, like still out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's all these old social media coming back. I like to see where it goes. Like if
that's when it gets hilarious. Like imagine when you like run political office and somebody go deep dive into your shit. Well, were you not booty snatching number 37? Like back in your middle school name, was this not you, nigga?
But you know the thing now, right? Like people are not gonna hide from that. They're gonna be like, yeah, I was booty snatching 9340.
What about it?
What about it? What up? We're about to be putting more comments on there, more shit, more posts.
And then I was popping too.
Nigga said, were you not sharing this nudie photo shoot in 2017 of April of this girl booty smashing go wild in 37? Like what was this? Bro, you already know what it was.
Bro, you gotta know that the game scene has changed. I don't know if you guys have probably already talked about it, right? But like the what was it, the district, well, the one of some politician in New York, right? Like he did his one of his campaigns, and during his campaign, son created a video on Pornhub for sex work. And
I didn't know that.
Yo, some was smashing on Pornhub.
This is the first time I heard that. That's wild.
Yo, I think his name was it was some weird name. But son's campaign, one of his campaign topics was like, yo, like I want to create like a better work environment for sex workers. You know, I want to make sex work make sex work legal and stuff like that.
I respect the hustle, but that is hilarious.
One of his campaign messages, son said, all right, cool. Like, son created a whole like porno video and put it up on Pornhub. He had a whole sex worker. She was like, it was kind of weird because she was like on there. Like, as you can tell, like I watched the video because I was interested, right?
Research purposes, obviously, I had my notepad. Like, I had to do research, of course.
So son was so Trey was on there. She said, yeah, like I'm here for the campaign, and then son went to work. Son was a munch, bro.
Nigga had his campaign button in there, shit. Like, it's me.
I was like, yo, I was like, one, good for you. But two, there was a lot of people that like if you look at the comments, I swear this was the funniest comment I ever seen. Someone's like, yo, how can I vote for you when like when you came and fuck, bro? Like, how are you not gonna be able to expect to fuck me, bro?
Nonsense. Bro, he said your stroke game weak and you can't save the country, man. The country fucking you, bro.
I'm not even surprised because in like the last, I wouldn't say decade or so, yeah, they've been using porn sites for just about everything. It's just,
I mean, shit. Look, the new Dragon Ball Z movies always be up.
Ain't that a fact?
Any new anime movie, straight up in there.
You just be scrolling down and like, oh shit, the new Spider-Man movie.
Facts.
Like, you see, like big booty holes, Spider-Man, nudies, Naruto. I'm like,
it's in the end section, obviously.
It'd be that heartfelt Naruto episode that you just sitting there, mid brick, you just sitting there like, oh shit, bro, like yo, this some sad shit, bro. Like, I feel for Naruto. All right, let's go back to fucking.
Scroll down, keep scrolling down. You see a classic AMV from fucking Linkin Park, seeing Naruto versus Sasuke. Damn, I remember these videos. Amazing.
like what's this Studio Ghibli movie doing out here?
Thanks, man. Damn, all the tear ducts.
Studio Ghibli movie right next to Stepsister Stuck in Washing Machine.
Nah, that shit, wow. But yeah, all right, so I gotta continue with this nerd news. All right, so off of that, we got the holiday games of the seasons popping. We got Bayonetta 3 dropping. We got Sonic Frontiers dropping. God of War Ragnarok. Pokemon dropping next week. Holiday games is going off like it's freaking 2008, 2007 again. Any of you guys copping any of these games?
I would like to cop the God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Talking from a person that got it and then started playing, that shit is fire.
Ooh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
That shit is quality from jump. So definitely get on that. Co-host any of this on the list or stuff I ain't talking about.
Definitely God of War and Bayonetta. Those are the two I'm looking at.
Yo, them's gonna be the chip show.
I heard that Sonic Frontier game. I've been seeing gameplay for that game. I heard that game was fire.
Yeah,
honestly.
All the top three from Bayo, Sonic, and God of War. I got that shit so far, and I've been playing. All is pretty quality so far. It's good stuff.
Oh, you got all three already?
Yeah, and I got Pokemon on pre-order. I'm playing like I'm a 13-year-old gamer again, bro.
My man, Nick don't play. That's like the kid who brought in the Toys R Us magazine. It's like, yeah, my mom's getting me this, and this. Watch out, fellas. Watch out.
I miss them days,
bro. Son, listen. The what was it? I think on Wednesday, 12 o'clock on the dot, they told me God of War was out. So I booted up the God of War, and then like at 12 o'clock, I started the game, and I started walking, and I got into like one fight, and then I saw my eyes start to droop, and I was like, bro, I'm too weak for this shit. I put that shit on pause, and I was like, yeah, I come back to this tomorrow, and went to sleep.
No more of those days of playing a game 72 hours straight.
Oh hell no.
No sleep.
Nope.
Just Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
No. It's
no marathons and you co-host.
Nope. It's naps and come back to it later.
That's like when we used to play. What was it? What game was that? Where what Solid Snake? What fucking Metal Gear?
Oh, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Shit, you talking about Metal Gear? What about fucking the Uncharted series, bro?
Listen, bro. Come on now. Every time we talk, bro. Every time I try to call, bro, you always want to bring up that fucking game, bro.
Wait, what's wrong with Uncharted? Hold up,
no, bro. No. Uncharted is a great game. The thing for me was that like you think you done right, like that game. Every time you thought you was done, there was like 5 more chapters right after.
Pull
that,
you
right?
back in.
So like, listen, I will never forget. I knew this game went buck wild when you started seeing niggas on fire and everything started going left. I was like, we not done, and what the fuck is going on right now?
Listen, when it got to the point, like Nick is saying, like it got to the point where like someone's like, when he started getting drunk and he started like being wobbly throughout the city, I was like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro? I thought this game was done like 3 chapters ago.
Facts.
Like,
I was like, we're wild.
I don't know who can make this happen, but I want a Tomb Raider and Uncharted crossover.
Oh, that'd be
fire.
That'd be crazy. Yeah,
that'd be
fire. I guess you're calling out of work for that, huh?
Oh, listen, I'm like, yep. They're going to their own PTOs, pay the others, because I'm out.
Because I'm pretty sure I missed like 3 days of class because of that game.
Listen, big dog, the most famous we don't give a fuck day we ever had was when the Budokai collection came out, and it was a snow day, and they was like, the rest of the day the classes are canceled. Before we got to the end of the hall, we said reverse. Bro, so we running through Budokai, right?
That is the only game that'll make me be like, yo, fuck work, bro. I'm not coming in, bro. Yeah. Like if someone said like, yo, we're bringing Budokai, like Budokai 1, 2, 3 remastered,
bring that
PS5,
shit for the PS5.
PS4.
Oh yeah,
it's a wrap. And not only that, we're creating a new Budokai. We have Budokai, what was that, Infinite World. Now we got Budokai,
5
Super or whatever, right?
Give me send me all the characters from the movies, from the manga. Get Moro and Granola, all the motherfuckers in there.
And then it's created by what is it? Is it Fifi 2? C2?
Yeah. The ones who do Storm series?
Yeah. It's created by that developer, Budokai, Budokai Super, whatever it's called, bro. I'm gonna just tell my boss, like, yo, you're not gonna see me for like the next week, bro.
You know what I just thought about? Since the pandemic, there'll be no more experiences like that again. Like, you ain't coming in and snowing outside, we're gonna send you virtual.
Hey, my internet don't work.
my Wi-Fi blew up. The router on the block I don't know what happened. They took out the line. So,
hey, listen.
They were like, you on campus. Now you try to hit it.
I know some people that be like, that be faking power outages.
Nigga outside with the axe like George Washington. Must chop wood.
They're like, hey, like, yo, I can't get on. My power is out. This is like, and my phone is like literally on 2%, and I'm using the last 2% to call you. Like, think about that. Like, I have so much love for you. I'm using the last 2%, but yeah, I can't come to work today.
He said, I don't know what is. I catch you later.
Who is playing out on the internet wires? Like, I can't seem to get any internet today.
Sorry, guys, I'm out. Like, that shit crazy. But yeah, all right. So let me roll through more of the nerd news. So this week, me and co-host saw One Piece Red. Did you get a chance to see it, Mons?
No, but you guys should definitely go through it.
We just gonna give a non-spoiler review. What speaking on the outside looking in, because co-host, I know you not catch up with One Piece, but what did you thought about like the movie overall?
I enjoyed it just as a standalone by itself. It was kind of like, yo, why are you doing this? And like, no, not messing with you. We got to go.
Yeah. I mean, talking from a person who's caught up with both the manga and the anime in general. I mean, the movie delivered on a bunch of their promises, and the action was phenomenal. They used the animation that they currently using through the anime, and then they bumped it up for movie quality. They showed an Easter egg of something that I can't wait to see in the anime itself. But they showed a whole bunch of promise, and I know Oda was in the back penning this shit like a motherfucker, because it felt, if it's not canon, boy, it felt as close to the canon as you can freaking get with a whole bunch of stuff. So I say overall, as a One Piece experience, it's a phenomenal movie, and it's top up there with one of the best of all One Piece.
I haven't seen it, and just based off what you guys have both said, I guess I can expect really great things. Like hearing, like hearing the Maury's like say like, hey, like as a standalone movie, like this is like great. Like it says a lot, right? So,
and it connects. It's so good that like definitely know that Oda's penning this because it feels like it could be mixed in with the canon at like any time.
So I gotta ask, right? So we've had One Piece Red, right? And before that we had a Dragon Ball Super movie, right? Out of the two movies, like what did you think was better?
All right, that's a bit hard because now we talking full out like canon movie versus slightly could be canon movie, and then just the mixtures, and then the funny part about it is both of these movies take a different swing on their thing because like we got the Super movie where they put the spotlight on different stars that they haven't from before, and then we got the One Piece movie that they lean more into the musical aspect, which a lot of people was complaining for some reason, even though like going in, her powers is the friggin' it's singing powers, and a lot of people was like, there's too much singing in this movie. I'm like, nigga, that's the point. Like you can't avoid singing when somebody's powers are singing.
Yeah, was it like a High School Musical type singing, or was it like
it all like, worked to the story. That's the thing. They built the story around the music, and the music. First of all, the music was fire, and depending on how, if you watch that bitch in IMAX, yo, they are blowing. Yo, if you try to sleep, the moment they hit a bar, you will woke up because I felt the goddamn place shake every time somebody. Well, it's mainly the one main person who's supposed to be singing is singing. If it was everybody that broke out in the song every 5 minutes, then I'm like, okay, this is annoying. But it's like the main person who's supposed to be singing is singing.
Yeah. So it's not like High School was busting out of tune or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's not every motherfucker singing and shit like that. And if any motherfucker tries to sing, it's met with jokes. And the person who's supposed to be singing is the actual thing. So it's like, no, there wasn't crazy amount of singing from a person whose powers is singing.
I will say that Shanks guy is a stand-up fellow.
Awesome.
Listen, that's all you needed. That's all you needed to hear, big bro.
I like how you just left the little crumbs for me to eat up. I got it.
Yeah, listen for niggas who's One Piece fans and know we don't get a crumb of Shanks in the almost 30 years. Hearing Shanks did is enough. Shanks did, huh? What? we all be looking around for Shanks to be looking at posters and shit like that. To say Shanks did ... is enough. That's a selling point.
Oh, stop. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go see this movie soon.
But definitely between the two, it's hard because I as a big fan of both, had emotional reactions to both. But I got to say, on a bias level, I just gotta say Dragon Ball Superheroes gave me what I wanted for so long. A new Piccolo transformation, my nigga. That shit took me. I'm not even talking about the Gohan. I'm talking about the Piccolo shit. Put the star on my mans.
Listen, Gohan's daddy got some shine.
Facts.
Hey, I'm not gonna front. When Piccolo hit that transformation in that movie, I was dumb hype, bro.
Nigga, when they gave him the light skin shit, I was mad as hell. I was like, what kind of Vibes Cartel fucking skin bleaching bullshit they gave him? But then when they said, oh, I put a little extra in that bitch, yo, son, nigga was a Neapolitan ice cream. Yo, like when Shenron, first of all, it was hilarious when he got the Dragon Balls and friggin' Shenron was like, oh, for the first time ever, this nigga wasn't upset. He was like, who's summoned? Oh, it's my nigga Piccolo. Shit, what you want, big dog? He said, yo, can I get a little power? Nigga, please. I got you, my man. And he said, I put a little extra in there for you. Wait, what that mean? You'll find out later. That shit was fire. And when we found out later, boy, what a key transformation. That shit is fucking Portal Thunder from the sky, shocking down. He came in looking mad, brolic and shit. Like, yo, that was a transformation. I'm like,
bro, you know his transformation was real when he fucking punched what was it, Gamma 2, and that nigga switched up his whole act. Like,
bro,
they not the bad guy.
This nigga came in like one punch.
Listen, I was here for Super Namek Arm.
Boy, son, I wish they came out with a better name. But regardless of the name, bro, that one, he punched that, he duffied that nigga into the dirt.
Yo, he really did.
He said, Bob, someone goes, hey, you know what? Like, Gamma 1, I think we made a mistake, bro. I think they legit. Nigga
flung the white flag. He said, nah, we got respect here. Nah, we calling it a day. Y'all niggas too strong for us. Nigga said release the Cell Max. Just who? You said who?
Oh man, I know you guys already reviewed that movie, but oh man, that was such a waste. That was such a waste of a villain. That's so bad.
See, so okay, just to ponder on that real quick. I am not gonna lie. I felt the way how some people started to explain it. I actually feel that Cell Max was not for the Gohan story overall, for the one-on-one, because we would have had the re-talk between Gohan and Cell. But I think Cell Max worked as a villain overall for everybody in the movie, because if you notice, because of Cell Max's big size, they took the best part of what was the worst movie in Bio Broly, and they took the best part of Harudagon before Goku. What have we been saying for years, Mars? The reason the Harudagon movie is so annoying is because Goku showed up at the end and stole all the fucking shine. Fuck that. And they took the best part of Harudagon and they mixed it together with Cell Max. First of all, Cell Max is the favorite design of Toriyama from Cell, because he liked verse 2. And then on top of it, it gave shine to everybody. The fat Gotenks put in work. Krillin put in work. Android 18 was comboing through PTSD watching Cell again at the very thing that could have friggin' ate her up. Working there. We had Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 putting in work. Like, everybody got shine off of this monster, and then it still had the big moments. Like, Piccolo was still getting the hands thrown on it. It was still a dangerous threat, and it was at the level that, like, Gohan could show off his prowess and stuff like that. But it's like, it was the best kind of monster to show off the shine of everybody in the movie. So I kind of understand where they was at a standpoint and why they used that version. I would have appreciated definitely for like a full form of stuff like that. But people also left that even though Cell wasn't completed, his schematics is still out there. So it is still a possibility that the pieces can be brought back together and some, cockamamie, whatever they want to put it to. But I think the monster for the movie worked out just for giving everybody the shine, and that makes the movie a little better.
I can see that. I can see that. Like the way you just explained it, like I can definitely. You're right. It did give everyone a like,
yeah. I mean, that was the important part of the movie. That's trying to. It was like take the camera off of the shine as much on Goku and Vegeta, and give the shine to a lot of people who pretty much need it. For fat Gotenks to put in work, that is. I mean, that's taking a joke and then actually using it, perfectly well, and that's cool.
Yeah, but I guess my overall like issue with Cell Max is like that threat level, right? That feeling of like, oh shit, like they're gonna have to pull something out like in order to win this. It was like I remember with like the first Broly movie, right? Yeah. The Legendary Super Saiyan. Yeah. That is my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie because of the threat level that Broly like brought to that movie. It took four Super Saiyan like and a Super Namek, right, to actually put in work with this guy, right? And even at that point, like it felt like there was like no way to beat him. And they came in with that asshole one at the end, but like throughout the whole movie, it was like holy shit. Same with like Fusion Reborn. It felt like whole shit. Like how the fuck are Goku and Vegeta gonna get out of this, right?
I get it, but I think the implementation of Whis and Barris causes too much an issue when it comes to like power scaling in people, because you gotta first of all, you gotta completely devoid them of situations, because Whis is always too strong and he says he doesn't get involved, but yet like he saves niggas with like time control and shit like that. It's like they have taken away the element of like true damage when it comes to shit, and it's like Goku and Vegeta are off doing other stuff for like reasons, and they never know. Like they put them away, and the way how they kept them away was nice and cute to wrap that shit all up. But at the same time, I don't like know if they can constantly one up. Like people have to. I like the concept of what they was trying with Moro at the very beginning, where he could like drain Saiyan energy and stuff like that. Like I like tactics that put you in a situation where people are stronger because of tactics that they use, because the power scaling shits is hard. It's hard to keep up, even with like freaking Black Frieza and shit like that. It's like, bruh, at the same time, you kind of in the back of your mind, can't Beerus will still kind of handle it on the low. Power scaling is hard.
Yeah, they're like the new concept of like the fucking Deus Ex Machina of like the Dragon Ball, right? Like
fucking what was it? Remember Zamasu and when he took over the planet and Zeno just wiped out the universes? It's like that's kind of it. Like y'all make friends with two yak niggas. He erases universes like that, like he was Thanos. Yeah, it just becomes problematic. You just gotta kind of find different ways to give people shine. That's kind of what they do, because they kept going up on power for so long, and then they keep strong. It's whatever you can maneuver.
Okay. So basically, I got One Piece movie. Red was fire.
Yep.
And Dragon, like the two movies, like it's really hard to to compare to.
Definitely, but I mean, they're both phenomenal movies and they deserve all the money that they get.
Okay.
Yep. All right. On the news docket continual, we have they were just announced today that Studio Ghibli and Lucasfilms is collaborating on something coming up. So I don't know what they cooking up, but that sounds interesting. Ghibli collabing with anything sound fire, and they dropping something. So something maybe Star Wars-ish and Studio Ghibli coming together. They was doing Star Wars Vision with the anime project. Well, I don't know if it has to do with that, but I mean, whatever they cooking up sound fire.
Yeah. Anything, like you said, anything Studio Ghibli comes out with is a key.
Yeah. So that's gonna be and crazy animation with the Star Wars legacy. That's gonna be fire. Just recently, when I just when I was just checking the news, like probably like about an hour ago, they said they dropping the first Avatar movie in 2025, coming up with an Aang movie. So we getting that like December 2025, getting Avatar kind of straight up movie about Aang.
Oh snap! Like,
yeah, that's gonna be the starting of their animated movie series conglomerate. Because I know there's supposed to be one on Aang, there's gonna be one on Korra, there's gonna be one on Kyoshi, there's gonna be continuously one coming out.
And I assume this is after like the end of book 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably gonna mix in a couple of stuff because I know they said they were working on adult, Team Avatar stuff, because we still have the live action series of the Netflix one that's dropping pretty soon. And then after the guys dropped out of that one, they just opened up their own studio drop to tell us that more animated movie coming.
Yeah. Hey, did they ever do Zuko the Zuko and his mom storyline after
animated?
Yeah.
No, but in the comics.
Okay.
So they said they're gonna address that. That's probably gonna be a special.
Okay.
So we got that, and then we got there's a new. So this earlier in this year they had the Pinocchio redone by Disney that came out on Disney Plus, but now this the Pinocchio retelling on Netflix by Guillermo del Toro, that should look wild. That should look fire. It's coming on Netflix, and it's got a whole. This one actually looks like something that has soul in it because it's a reimagining, retelling. It's got like wild characters. There's a freaking griffin in it and shit like that, and it's stop motion animation. So I'm extremely hyped for this Pinocchio series, and I'm not even a Pinocchio fan, but this shit, the movie and the movie of this in general looks amazing. And more movies of stop motion animation is fire.
Holy shit! So it's a stop motion movie, animation movie. Oh
yep. That shit's supposed to be dropping sometime in like next time, and that should look amazing.
Speaking of next month, I'm trying to go see that Grinch movie.
So we was talking about it from before, and they're supposed to be you know how they're already flipping Winnie the Pooh into a horror movie, and we saw they was announced that Peter Pan, the same guy who's working on the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, he's making a Peter Pan horror movie. Well, it was announced that sometime in December they're dropping a Grinch horror.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he eating kids? Pause.
I mean, if he going house to house pretending to be Santa, he definitely getting revenge on all them people that was messing with him when he was younger. If they doing the same storyline,
see, you know what? Like turning the Grinch into like a horror story, like I can see that. Like I can definitely see there's already like some type of horror premise like in the story of the Grinch, but like the horror Winnie the Pooh movie, I thought that was so left field.
I mean, all they said was they didn't feed the nigga, so he got hungry. And I'm talking about they ain't feed the nigga for years. And Christopher Robin never came back.
Hey, Christopher Robin,
something about the wild out. I'm like, I see it. I was like, ooh.
I mean, the Peter Pan one writes itself. This nigga talking about never aging kids and shit like that, and abducting kids. Like that Peter Pan one wrote themselves a long time ago.
Holy shit!
But everything that goes in the public domain is about to go wild because everybody's making horror movies out of anything. So anything that goes in public domain, Disney looking at all this shit that's going in public domain and they're like, these niggas wild out.
Oh god.
They almost lost Mickey Mouse at one point because that was about to go in the public domain and they fought tooth and nail to keep that. So imagine like somebody got their hands on that and flipped Mickey Mouse into some horror shit.
The Attack of the Rat.
Yeah, the Mouse King.
Oh no,
boy.
Yeah, some creepy ass humanoid mouse shit like
Facts.
sitting in the sewers of New York attacking people.
Yeah, Master Splinter Wildin'.
He gonna go full pinky in the brain, yo. They gonna
oh, he gonna have them too. But yeah, all right. So the last bit of news I got is so they announced that they're doing an Afrofuturism in the famous Black Smithsonian Museum in DC. So they adding like Afrofuturism in it that is like depicted and respected after Chadwick Boseman's death and the Black Panther and stuff like that. So ideals of the whole Black Panther universe, and they're gonna expand on people's thoughts on Afrofuturism, stuff like that. I think it's a cool concept. And the Smithsonian Museum, I went a couple years back, and it's probably one of the greatest museums that has been done in the US in general. And we've been to a couple of museums in Amsterdam, and their concept of doing that shit is super cool, with you walking around with the little recorder system that gives you the information that's passed by and stuff like that. Like, they do that already in the Smithsonian, and they have like a whole bunch of technology that will run you through so many vast histories on the Black dude United States, shit like that. So adding this is going super. Whatever interactive shit they want to put in, like if they do VR that puts you into like the not the crazy VR, but if they put you in the VR that makes you feel like being the Black Panther like that's
a field trip.
I mean, yeah, shit. I was like, why not go back to the Black Smithsonian? Great, sure.
That sounds wavy. Pod blog at the Smithsonian.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Imagine a Night at the Museum movie situation where like a racist gets trapped in the Black Museum and got to reap what they sow.
Oh, he got stomped the fuck out.
Oh, fact.
12.
That's wild. But last news of the night is tonight is actually the series finale of the show Atlanta. So Atlanta's having its final episode after like 4 seasons of being like an amazing Black TV show in general. Guys, I've watched Atlanta. How do you feel about the series coming to an end in general?
I am sad to see it go, but like Atlanta has been, I feel like the last 2 seasons has been doing something that you don't see off the TV.
Fact, they have done amazing storytelling or just small films themselves.
It's amazing and it's crazy, man. Like the way that they're tying in like different like real life events and like different topics in the culture, and at the same time keeping it entertaining. Like it's like you don't see that off. Like you guys saw the Disney episode, right?
I was just telling him about the Goofy movie, the last like couple recordings that we did. I told him about that Goofy one. That shit was crazy. That shit was so good. It made me. Bro. That shit was so good. It made me believe that shit was real. I had to Google that shit right after.
Like I deadass was Googling that shit, bro. Like
it was that good, but like that shit was also hilarious at the same time, man.
Like holy shit, bro.
They said how many times I had to animate gapping and shit. That shit had me weak.
You say you can't get it right.
Nah, they said one dude went to the cookout, got his ass kicked, but he got his ass kicked for research.
Oh, when some came in limping, he was like,
with crutches.
Yeah.
Nigga said these knees, animate these knees.
So was sitting in a room.
That is an iconic mockumentary that can stand alone for the entire series.
Yeah. Again, I'm sad to see it go, but shows like this, like if they run too long, like they kind of lose the luster.
Yeah, exactly.
And so,
but it definitely shifted the culture majorly. It called out a lot of shit, and it made a lot of shit forefront. And most importantly, from Brian to Zazie to Lakeith and Donald, this made like 4 Black stars straight off the bat, or they raised their stock a lot higher. They are out there in so many movies and so many things because of like this Atlanta standpoint, and this is probably why they had to end the show in general. These niggas stars is getting too high.
Yeah.
They popping in these streets. They all in movies and series. They're wanted act. All of them.
Was it Brian and what was that shit with the
Eternals?
Was it Eternals, or wasn't he on that movie Bullet Train?
Yeah. Him and Zaz.
Yeah.
Like they're wanted actors, and Lakeith is wanted in everything. So yeah. Big shout out to them. Sad to go. Co-host, how you about the?
So I haven't watched, so that's gonna be a good binge.
Oh boy, you got 4 seasons to go through. That's a lot of amazing shit.
It's gonna be a good binge like that.
That's crazy in general. Everything. All right, so that closed off nerd reboot news in general, and you know what time it is. It's time for the main event. Main event segment, guest episode pick by myself. We doing Black Clover episode 1 and 2. Kick off to the notes and my fast fact. So fast fact, Black Clover, real quick. We got this manga and the story created by author manga Keemari. Anime started running up from October 2017, running up until March 21. Done by Studio Pero and licensed by Crunchyroll Nami for release. It's a 170 episode run, both sub and dub, all out so far. Current movie is working for release release in both theaters and Netflix for 23. So I don't know if Netflix got deals wiped out Crunchyroll or what's happening, but they might have Black Clover on Netflix sometime in 2023, like series 4, like move general. The story just in general follows a young boy dream become F1. Unless you guys, anybody else got fast fact?
I will be the Wizard King.
No.
Well, on that note, all right. We got our Asta. Well, on that note, we go into episode 1, Asta and you.
So the episode starts with us seeing this big skull with horns, and we get a little preview of the village jihad, and then we hear some babies crying, and then we get our first intro to Father Orsai, right? So he takes the babies in, he's looking them over. We get our little intro to baby, and baby Asta.
And we also learned that this world it's held up by magic because he started doing magic.
Yeah, he lit the fire with his finger and all kinds of stuff. So at this point, he's observing the babies. He sees is all quiet and reserved, and then he sees Asta, the wild child. And so he's looking at them. He goes back to you. Then he goes back to Asta, who proceeds to kick him in the face.
That nigga super kicked him in the face.
Knock this cookie off.
Mars, you already knew, like, walking into this shit. I mean, Asta, obviously the wild child. If he's super kicking niggas at the age of like 2 months,
you already know that's main character vibe right there.
Right? So
that shit gave me like Korra with the pudgy belly talking about I'm the Avatar, deal with it, nigga.
Yeah, he was like, all right, boy, it's gonna be at home going forward. So next we get a flashback to 50 years after the fact, and at that point we get to the point where we see older Asta.
Land is full of magic users trying to land. We hear a boy in the distance yelling out, "Sister Lily!" Oh lord.
Yeah, and here we get our intro to Sister Lily. So Asta is basically asking Sister Lily to marry, and Lily curves him hard.
Yep.
Hey, that man don't take no for an answer.
Nah, and that don't work. Sister Lily, if she wasn't for the Lord, this would have been a Me Too complex as fuck. We are introducing this boy into a straight up mommy complex because this is wildin', bro. Let it go.
Nah, she was like, you know what? All right, I'm about to hit you with this watermelon because you wildin'. Sends him straight to the ground.
And that boy loud. This is your intro to Asta. You already know right now. This nigga loud.
Hey, he just let everybody know what it is. He's like, yo, I'm here, baby. I'm here.
Right?
With that freaking me. What it do, baby? I am here.
It's like, I'm not finished with you yet.
Yo. Before we continue, like the first scene of the show, right? Yeah. When the father found the two babies. Yeah. Like, what do you think that scene was like when the two babies were dropped off? Like, do you think two people ran into each other like, oh shit, like you dropped them off a kid too?
Bro, son, I bet you one person got one kid all safed out in this big ass space, and then somebody came along and said, "Oh, there's space for another baby." and booked it.
That's probably why they got their names written on it. It was like, "Oh, damn, you setting one off too, bro? All right, cool. Let's just write their names on there so they don't get confused between the two."
Facts.
They met each other on the way. It was like, where you going? Oh, I'm going to the church. Yeah, I'm going there too. Oh, you got a baby? Oh,
one person definitely had a big ass basket fit for two babies, and another person was like, "Oh, I was just gonna drop them off on the doorstep." You got a basket? Oh shit! Can I share that?
Right. Hey, I didn't even like this little nigga.
You got space in there, right? Oh, okay.
You knew one was taking care of, because one had the drip with the jewelry, like the big
right?
gem piece in his basket, and the other one had a little ass ring. Like, oh yeah, you know which one was taken care of.
Oh, you know which one had the basket and which one did not. I was just gonna leave him on the doorstep. What you mean basket?
Well, I'm just gonna chill him here on the grass. I'm like, that's what we doing? Okay.
Yeah. All right, that look nice. You got space? Okay, let me get this move.
Like, you got another one in that carrot back there? Hold up.
They probably put something extra in there to fit out for the baby, and they was like, let me take that out real quick, or let me take that for myself, and here's a new baby. There you go.
So
I can hear a meme because he's an older father. I could just imagine a meme. Then they go open up the door. Who's leaving a baby out here again? I'm tired of picking up children. Goddamn it!
Right.
So it's like, this is the 5th child this week.
Bro, don't you know I don't got no money? Stop leaving children on my doorstep.
He probably chilling, sitting in the chair, and he probably like, what's that? Oh, I can't see.
I'm more crying, Lord Lord Jesus, come on.
He probably like, oh, you niggas must got some shitty ass magic and you can't take care of some children.
Oh man.
Like how is everybody in this country pull out games so weak?
It's me, Lord, again. You left another baby on the doorstep. Why? I see you leaving babies, but no money.
So,
Back in the episode.
So at this point, we get our intro to Nash, Rekka, Hollow, Oro, and Oda Yuno. And man, they just proceeded to clown Asta.
Yeah, this nigga getting hit with fists of love and shit like that. And
yo, it was crazy how Yuno came in there and just started roasting the shit out of Asta like it was nothing, bro.
Him and the motherfucking kids was jumping him. They was on they bump about Asta talking about. I mean, you kind of weak, man. Doing
look at this short ass, ugly ass, can't count by two ass looking ass.
That ass, you ain't got no magic, nothing to stand on your own press. Like, bro, back off. Pick up some wood or something. Go.
Yo, Nash is a douche. I want to punch him. This
nigga's just one of them annoying little kids just on the side being like, just being too honest for their own fucking fate.
Right?
But he did let the audience know that, like, hey, like, if you don't got magic, right? Like,
yeah,
like you're not shit here, right?
He definitely an exposition because this nigga was explaining mad shit.
Deus Ex Nash. At this point, we found out Asta doesn't have any magic powers, and Yuno is like gifted with magic.
Oh, facts.
Like you know, but yeah.
Yup, and then right off the bat, we could tell which one freaking father.
Oh man,
this nigga shoot favoritism up the ass for sure.
Listen. So at this point, you don't start using his powers to help Lily dry the clothes, and Asta was like, "Yo, at least I'm gonna chop the wood." Here come again using his magic, chop the wood. At that point, Asta was like. And then father just popped through the door, smacked Asta right in the face with the door.
Fuck this kid. Bang! That's revenge for that super kick, little nigga.
Like, you're the savior of our village. Like,
oh, alright, so you chop liver for sure, little nigga. Can't even chop the liver, nigga.
Asta getting no respect around here.
Nah, not even a lick. Not even a crumb.
Hey, but you gotta give respect to Asta because, like, right after that, you kind of see, like, his training regimen. Like, for someone with no magic, son, it's like, hey, like, if I ain't got no magic, at least I know, like, niggas can't put their hands to me, right? Like,
I don't know where the book fell down, but this nigga got the Saitama training regimen. He just didn't lose the hair yet, but this nigga was doing 100 crunches, 100 sit-ups, push-ups, like all that shit.
My son did the one-hand vertical push-ups, 1,000 of them bitches.
And keep in mind, this is a 15-year-old.
Listen,
exactly.
He on his Rock Lee shit. I'm like,
facts. This nigga was on the Rock Lee, but he got the fire. He got the will of fire.
So the next thing we know, Asta is telling us basically he's gonna get the most awesome grimoire and he's gonna rebuild this crumbling dump of a church. Yo, father ain't like that. That last part.
Him and Sister Little was like, you didn't have to say our last part though. Nigga said, we know it's trash, but don't say it.
Listen, Asta was like, oh, y'all gonna clown me? Nah, I'm about to listen. We keeping it a buck, everybody? I bet.
Yo, I'm gonna be the wizard. Nah, I'm gonna help that church.
Right. And so then we get a quick overview of the grimoire acceptance ceremony and what it represents. And then so we see them going into the ceremony, and yo, man, even the people in there clowning Asta.
Man, they was being classes and shit. They was like, who invited the poor niggas in here? It smell like poor in here.
Them royals were wildin', bro. They was like, punk ass peasants here.
They was like, we came from the village worth a damn, and they got poor orphans around here thinking they can get grims.
Oh, bullshit. Poppycock.
Right?
Facts, man.
They just let anybody in here, huh?
Facts. They said it smell like porn in here.
And so we get our intro to the owner of this fine building, Drought, and we see everybody, getting their grimoires. They're like, oh, you got mine, man. Tiny mine ain't got no writing. Asta looks around. He got Drought like, is my grimoire running late?
This nigga said, I see a book get out.
Hey, that book ceremony was tight. Like, pause. I'm not gonna front. So I was like, hey, my book is big, but it ain't thick though. I was like,
yeah.
My book, man, small. Nigga said, my book barely got writing in it. What the fuck? Nigga, how y'all gave me a book with only one page written on it? Hey, what kind of book is this?
Essentially, Austin, I get a book was like, hey, this nigga don't got no meat.
Yo, and old boy looked at him dead in the face and said, yo, I get next year. I was like, bruh.
Nigga said, I know. Yo, bro, this shit is like a quinceañera. I can't miss it at 15. Bro, I can't try and again next year.
And then, man, the people they roasted him.
They was big clowning. They was like, oh, it smell like poor. It's poor and underwhelmed in here.
They was like, son, why you even here?
Thanks.
And then here comes getting the 4-leaf grimoire.
The brightest grimoire in the building.
Same one used by the Wizard King.
Yep. And them nobles was big mad.
They was like, I know this poor nigga ain't got the shiniest book in the bitch. What?
Oh, yeah, everyone starstruck. It was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
Fucking way. Nah, fly on it.
Yo, and then also during this time, we get our intro to Rev Chi, who's just chilling in the cut.
That nigga was like, that nigga was on his Orochimaru shit in the corner like,
he's like, interesting.
Who let this nigga?
At the same time, we kind of get an idea of like Asta and Yuno's like rivalry, right? Like at this point, like it kind of feels like the rivalry's one-sided. Like, Yuno doesn't even.
Oh, fact. Oh, we got that off rip when the freaking father himself was deciding on who was the favorite child. It's like automatically off rip. It was like they got to have a rivalry here. Y'all niggas making a divide and conquer over this shit. Sure.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Oh, okay. No, I was gonna just say, yeah, Asta was going into the whole spiel talking about how he's Yuno's rival, and then what Pat said no.
This nigga just walked past. I'm like, you fucked up for that. Could acknowledge the nigga a little bit.
Hey, he ain't got no book. Why I gotta acknowledge the nigga?
Nigga said, what kind of weak Zatch Bell shit is this?
Yeah.
you ain't got no book. Return back to the world, deviant.
Yo, my good. And then at that point, we see Asta. He's like, listen, I'm gonna be the Wizard King if I ain't got no grimoire.
Everybody can laugh.
But that's hard.
That's definitely hard shit. Some you Rock League, Willa the fire up in here.
Fact. Yo, so the next thing we see is we see two of those notes from earlier. We see them trying to jump, because they big mad that he got the 4-leaf cover book.
Nigga was putting peer pressure on his man. He was like, I don't think you should be jumping, nigga. Nigga said, shut up. Hit this nigga with some magic. Nigga had him pinned down. He was like, yeah, now hit him again.
And then, Rev Chi showed up like, like, listen, I'm gonna need that book.
Nigga out here pulling out the chain magic. He said, listen, I don't know what the fuck y'all was gonna do from 4, but here, I'ma steal the major shit. So fuck out of mouth.
I'm gonna need you to run that shit, little nigga.
Facts. He was like, I've been at this for too long and they disrespected me, so I need that shit. Run with me.
So at this point, Sun done got everybody chained up, and then here come Asta swinging in. Of course he hits a wall first.
This nigga's the George of the jungle.
And then he's like, I'm here to save you from these two guys. He see them tied up. He's like, hey, what's your deal, buddy?
Who you? Wait, you got it chained up. Nah, you the problem.
Yeah, and then he sees that he has Yuno's book. He was like, oh nah, son, you about to get that back. And so he runs at him, and of course, he gets raw.
Oh yeah, big.
And then Rev Chi starts clowning him too, and then he just start getting OD disrespect.
Nah, Rev Chi said that his chain magic detects magic users of all kinds, but when he hit us, he said, there's nothing in you. I can't sense nothing. My chain said, you got less than 0. You got negative, bruh.
He's like, yo, you're a freak of nature in that way, bro.
Bro, he said, you are definitely a freak because in a world full of magic, you ain't got none.
And Sam was like, yo, you ain't got no magic. Like, mind you ain't even worth me chaining you up. I just let you go.
This nigga started stomping him out. nigga cut him up in all types of blood. And then he said, yo, let me just stomp this nigga out real quick. Bing, 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 bing.
Right? Yo, at that point, Asta was feeling hopeless. He's like, dang, I really ain't got magic.
Yeah, you start seeing the hopelessness in his eyes. Like, someone's like, oh, shit. Like, I ain't shit.
He started feeling hurt side. And then, finally started to stand up for his man.
Yep. He was like, yo, he's like, you wrong about Asta. He's like, yo, that's my rival.
Yeah.
Flashback started to happen back of a mysterious act that happened to them when they were child. And I mean, it was good to see finally say, yo, I claim this. That's my man's though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a different type of respect. Like, you can see like a different type of respect from the middle of the episode to now, right? Like it's kind of like, yo, like this dude, like this is my rival. Like I have much respect. Like you're not gonna just sit here and disrespect my man's like that.
Even though cut to the middle of the episode where the nigga said it out in front of people and he was like, I don't claim it. I'm like, you could have said it then, but yeah.
I guess it's like one of those things where it's like, like you gotta give your man's like the will to keep on going. Like like at that point, if I was like, yo, like like oh, I'm not gonna continue, you can't consider him your rival, right? So like,
I guess it was because he started seeing the hope kind of dissipate in the eyes, and he was like, nah, this nigga need a bonus boost. Because before he was all the hype and shit like that, he was like, regular Austin. Then he started seeing him get depressed and everything about all the clowning and the shit finally getting to him. He was like, nah, my brother.
Nah, not that.
Right. And so now at this point, we see Asta fueled by the power of friendship and brotherhood,
and a little bit extra because this nigga got some dark shit coming out. We see the dark anti-grimoire start drop down around him, and shit started looking wild.
My son turned up. Next thing you know, boom, that fucking book comes out of nowhere.
So it comes out with it,
and that's how we end the episode.
Yeah, the narrator talks about the leaves of a clover, but it seems Asta got the fifth. That means that's a sign for the devil.
Yep.
Yeah, the devil lives in the book, and then it was like that big devil shadow behind him.
They said the leaf clovers, if you get 4, that's good luck. If you get 5, straight up the devil, which is a crazy concept to think about. And you pick a 4-leaf clover, all right, that's great. You get the 5-leaf clover. Hey yo, what's up, nigga? I'm here for the soul. What? Hey yo,
fuck, bro.
Like, oh no, can I just pluck one of these off real quick? Yeah.
Facts. Be like, all right, go back to the ceiling. Nope, brother. I see what it is. It was 5 leaves. You know what it is. Give me that soul. What?
You ready to shake the hand of a sinner?
Like what? I know. Hey, he said, pluck it all you want. That just means you more for me because you cheating now. Oh nah, chill, man.
Hey, I'm not front. When Asta turned up, like, and he grabbed that nigga's ankle, I thought he snapped that nigga's ankle in half the way he.
Nah, I did too.
Bro.
Yo, son.
I heard the crunch.
Also, shout outs to now. This is more of a new age trend, but the ending plays the opening in reverse. So going back to that friggin' first opening banger, that shit was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that open. I'm not gonna lie. This Black Clover opening hype and for like a that's kind of what you need for like a new anime at that time, right? You need a hype open, so kind of what keeps people going. Right?
Yep, and that thing was popping. And then we got the preview for the next episode narrated by Asta, and then that closes out the episode. So what is everybody's final impression for the first episode?
I thought.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Maurice.
Nope, it's all you, Keemari. Take the lead.
Go ahead, Mons.
So I thought the first episode really set the scope and the environment of like what this series is gonna be about, right? Like already from the jump, you already understand like, okay, it's gonna be about magic. Yeah. There's a classes system there. Like everyone has a grimoire, like they're fucking Harry Potter with their wands and shit like that, right? Like you get that concept already. The thing that I took the most from this episode was the setting up of the rivalry between Yuno and Asta. The thing that I enjoyed about this about the setup of this is like it's not like it's like your typical rival, right? Like this is like a rivalry like based on like with brotherly love behind, like where it's like, all right, like I'm gonna do better than my mans, right? But I'm not gonna shit on my man at the same time, right? Exactly. Like at the same time, like I have like a great respect for them. Like it's often you see like rivalries in other animes like Goku and Vegeta, Naruto and Sasuke, like you.
I mean, I like to pinpoint on what you said because that's true. If you notice, they never like verbally disrespect each other. Where in those rivalries, they always verbally disrespect.
Yeah,
like, one side's always saying some shit. Wow.
Yeah, this is like I think of another rivalry, right? Like many people might not think of it, but like the rivalry between Luffy, Ace, and Sabo, right? It kind of has that same feeling of like, yo, like we're each trying to be the best at what we're trying to do, and like it's a competition between each other, but at the same time we have love for each other, right?
Big fact.
Like seeing that, like I like to see I like this type of rivalry because it's like it's a different way of pushing it, right? Like you're gonna do your best, but at the same time you're not gonna leave your bands behind. So at the same time you guys are like pushing each other to be better and better and better.
Definitely, I respect that.
But yeah, like I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed the animation. The animation for the start of the first episode was really clean. Especially like when the first time you see like use magic and he used to win magic to dry the clothes. Like, I know that was like a small scene, but I thought the animation was pretty crisp there. But overall, like I enjoyed the episode. I would say out of a 10, I would give it 7.5.
Oh, I enjoyed it. This was a nice approach to the series. I enjoyed the building of the characters. I enjoyed starting to understand the rivalry between Yuna and Asta. I still need somebody to punt Nash, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
And with the end of the episode, I definitely wanted to go to episode 2 to see like what happened.
Yeah. You gotta continue Nash. I said the show is like a piece of every anime formatted into like one from powers to dreams to adversities to so much, but it's like the characters really give it the heart mainly of the show, and like starting out with no reference to a shonen show, just general, you could get all kinds of variety out of it. But I mean, the action go off, and just like you were saying, the animation, and like you were saying from before, the different ways they look at like rivalry and different aspects aspect with the characters and just the classroom and a whole bunch of stuff that you get out of here could definitely push you on to watch more of this show. And especially the way how they left it off with such a cliffhanger and the way Asta's looking and shit look crazy. I mean, definitely want to push next.
Yeah, you want to see where it goes. Like,
yeah, sure.
Like even when he got his book and you saw like the black marks on his face, you're like, holy shit, like where is this gonna lead us, right? Or like this rivalry between Yuna and Asta, how far is it gonna push these two? Like how far are they gonna reach, right?
Especially with a main character that is living in a world full of magic and he's the rare person out of it, and yet he works so hard to just be at the level of anybody else, and that shit's crazy. And then also with him without getting magic, it's like what the fuck is this? What is this grimoire? What is that?
He's like if I don't know, I know a lot of people do a comparison between Black Clover and Naruto, but he's like if Rock Lee was the main character of Naruto.
Agree. You know? And a lot of people was asking for that for a long time.
Yeah.
Big shout out to that. All right, on that note, I think we can go into episode 2, A Young Man's Vows / The Boy's Promise.
Before we get there, Sister Lily, what's up?
You gotta step to Asta first.
listen, she devoted herself to God, Maurice. You can't step to her, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta step to God first.
I'm like, listen, if Asta's gonna try, I'm gonna try too.
Oh shit. Nigga said, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. He like, all right, so where's the 100 push-ups, 100 squats, everything, my nigga.
So here we go. Oh man, no, here we go. So episode 2, The Boy. So we get a recap of the end of episode 1, and then we get the intro, which slaps.
Yes, God, man, listening to this shit again. All right, just as a opening for everybody else, Black Clover has amazing openings.
Most definitely.
Setting the pace. Just like with this anime, if they was trying to be anything like Naruto, it's definitely with the banging openings. You will remember Black Clover openings. That shit is bangers at bangers at bangers.
I'm not gonna front. I got like 3 openings like downloaded into my phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most definitely.
And this one brought it all back. Hearing that shit was fire. So openings is key, and Black Clover got that shit in spades.
So we get a flashback to 10 years earlier, and we get more of the backstory of Asta and Yuno. Yep. So we see Yuno being the crybaby and Asuka being the tough one. We see Asta helping him up. We see them eating bread with Sister Lily, and of course, Asta's trying to he's like, this bread is good. It's best bread ever.
This nigga was under the bag of Sister Lily since 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this dude is 10 toes down since he was like 10 years old, bro.
Man.
Son did not change at all.
And the way Lily clapped back, he's like, you made this bread. She's like, nah, father made this bread. You should marry him.
This nigga said, hell no. See, I super kicked that nigga again.
So at this point, we also get the story of the Wizard King and how that came to be. And we also find out about the promise that Asta and Yuno made to each other. All right, good stuff. And then, we go back to present day with Asuka and Repchi, and Asuka whoops his ass.
Man, the animation in this nigga's fucking calves bulking up and bushing at a nigga, that's crazy.
The way he took him out, bruh. I'm like, wait, where is he? Well, I see the stain in the wall. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah, when Ton flex, you can see every, fiber of muscle in Ton, bro. Like, that was ridiculous.
Shit crazy. He bodied that nigga so.
He took him. I was like, I'm gonna have such a nice person. Woo!
Fact, you got flex one time real good.
I'm like, good. I'm like, go. I'm like, okay. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that flashback when Yuno had to deliver the note.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Fact.
It's always something important. When you put something that important in a kid's hand, some shit always happens.
Facts. I mean, all right. So the setup of that was just father said that he gotta have a letter be delivered out into the mail. I guess this is olden times. So someone has to go off because working at the church, keeping everything centered. So everybody has their devoted duties and what they have to do. All the kids are young, so he's got to trust somebody to deliver this mail. And Asta's like the whole time he like me, pick me. And father's obviously trying to ignore him because he obviously proven that he don't fuck with him. So he go to Yuno and he's like, yo, son, you got to deliver this, and this is the only way the church gonna get some money. I mean, I'm running low on money to freaking feed any of y'all. So just deliver this off and we be all good. Yuno goes off by himself to deliver the mail, and shit go left from a weird drunk man who was just getting too wild in the bar and seeing something shiny off. I mean, they said
that shit was crazy, bro.
They sent this nigga Yuno out in the most problematic way. Don't have him flashing around around jewelry going out to crazy niggas by himself.
Listen, old boy got kicked out of the bar because he couldn't pay, and then he see Yuno's necklace. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to fight this and get me some bread so I can go back and get drunk."
When son hit that smirk, I was like, "Oh, bro."
Facts.
Yep. Yuno delivered the letter, and it's a dark and snowy night out there, and they was warning. Somebody was warning him while they was trying to deliver the letter. It was like, "Yo, get back fast, man! It's getting dark and crazy out here. You don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen." And then this nigga start walking, and boom, he runs straight into that sick little crazy ass drunk man.
He proceeds to, whoop and take necklace. Trying to fight him back, but
violated.
He chose violence that day. I don't know why he pulled up on a little kid with some jewelry and he beat that nigga ass.
Bro, when he kicked him in his face, bro, I was like, "Oh, you ODing right now."
You wildin'. Really I don't care how drunk your ass is. You wildin'. This nigga want to pick fights with kids and delivering letters, especially poor kids from an orphanage, man. Like, what the fuck wrong with you?
Son putted a 12-year-old orphan in the face, bro. Like it was nothing. This
nigga stands up. This nigga says, "Fuck Tiny Tim." So we back at the place with Yuno and the rest of the kids, and they getting hungry, and Yuno like, "All right, kind of sus right now." Asta's like, "Yo, Yuno and father's kind of missing. What's going on?" So Asta goes out to go look for you,
and he finds him, and he see old boy got his chain. He was like, "Oh hell nah."
Shit, this proves that Asta was a rider. Like the second he saw that shit, he jumped into action mode.
You know when the old heads in the hood be like, "Yo, little nigga got heart." Yo, that little nigga got heart. That is exactly what had this shit going, because man, that nigga keep running at that fit. Yo, he stayed beating the living dog shit out of Asta until he was like, "Bro, my man was eating them hits, bro." My man Asta was eating them hits, bro. I don't know who that. I don't know how old that nigga was. I don't know if he was 30. I don't know if he was 25. But that nigga got hits like a bitch, bro. Because my nigga Asta kept getting back up.
This 5-year-old Asta was just taking shots. He was losing teeth. He was bleeding. He kept getting punched and back up. He was like, "I ain't stopping. You hit like a bitch."
He's like, "You would not leave my man's chain."
Nah, bro, you gonna have
I smell over. Bitch in here.
Nigga got up, said, "I didn't hear the bell. Come back." I hear no fucking bell. Turn around,
bro. That's the craziest thing. Like, see, it's like a 12-year-old kid eating them hits, and like a grown ass nigga be like, "You know what, yo, this nigga got it. This little nigga got it."
Yep, he was like,
"Got it for sure." He's like, it ain't even worth it. He dropped the shit and everything and walked away after beating 2 orphan kids in the fucking middle of the street.
Bro, that nigga gets no bitches.
Yo, I want to know when this nigga got sober and he went home. He was like, "Did I really beat 2 orphan kids last night? Was I really that drunk? Was I wilding in these streets?"
Not even that, bro. Did I just lose to 2 orphan kids? So that I'm not gonna front like they like if he dropped the necklace and it was like, "All right, cool, like I'm done." Like, nigga, you lost. Like you lost. Like that nigga went home and was like, "Yeah, I really lost to 2 orphan kids." Like that nigga would not stop.
I really ate my hit for a solid hour. What's good? What's good with these orphans? They really don't care to die. This shit wild out. So when the man dropped the item, he walked away, and then that's when we hear the speech that invigorated So Asta was talking all that stuff about how he wants to build up better and become Wizardkin for the better, and he's talking about the never give up attitude and think for the better. And that's when Yuna got his inspiration to want to be Wizardkin at that day, just like Lily had said episode prior. That was the day that you never saw crying again. That crybaby shit was right out of his soul. He saw how brave Asta was. Even like the nigga was on the ground and he was like smiling and shit like that because the victory was his, and that inspired And that day changed his whole perception going forward. He was like, "Nah, I'ma work hard. I'ma be your rivalry." Sure.
He's like, "I'ma be the Wiz King."
He's like, "Shit, I'ma throw my hat in the ring now too."
No, I'm Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan.
One of y'all niggas gonna have to be Pinhead Larry in this bitch.
Oh.
They was getting swung on like Sandy was in the bitch anyway.
Yeah, right after that we kind of see like Asta, like that was the point Asta started turning up.
Yeah, that's when we went today. He pulled sword. He went bopping in the chain. He absorbed. Yo, that shit was wild because he pulled out the sword and this nigga Raph was tight because this nigga took all the chain magic from him. So he was like, "How the fuck you absorb him?" He was like, "How the fuck you absorb my shit?"
He's like, "You ain't supposed to have no magic. What is going on here?"
He's like, "Bro, I didn't sense nothing off you. What the fuck is this?"
Bro, he's in awe like at him using magic, bro. Like my thing is like, did you not see this kid flex, bro? Like this kid has muscle muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles,
bro. That animation went off. The set started building up shit in his body. That shit. Once the fucking legs went boom, and all you saw was the veins in that shit. That nigga went off and he started swinging.
I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
This nigga don't even. He has a sword and he don't swing with. He don't swing to cut you. He swing to hit you with that shit with the broadside of it.
Bro, he smacked the shit out of him, bro. That dude went flying across the yard.
Straight to the wall. You stay down.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, where you go? I was like, I see the wall, bro. Yo, he okay. Shoot. Damn.
Nigga creating shapes in the wall. That nigga lives in that wall now.
Thing got blasted off. I was like, okay.
Shit, not Team Rockstar. You stuck in that wall, nigga. You ain't blasting off again. Oh.
Right after that, you got he sets Yuno free. And then they have that inspirational conversation, which I also think it's wild. Like, no matter where it is, what type of like show it is, it's always wild. Like when they violate the enemy and then they sit there and have an inspirational speech while that nigga's dying.
That nigga in the wall like, help, doctor.
He's like calling ambulance.
Yo, imagine being the enemy and just hearing all this inspirational shit. Like, yo, nigga, what? So you just smash me to this war? You talking about love and peace and you gonna be the best?
What you mean peace, nigga? It was war 5 minutes ago.
You know what would have been funny if they're having an inspirational speech, all you have in the background is my legs.
All you hear, oh.
He like, you still there?
Holy shit!
Help
man.
me! Are y'all nice people? Help me!
My bad.
My back.
My neck, my back, my neck and my back.
Like, we gonna do rock paper scissors to see who get him next.
Nigga said we ain't done with you. Odie pull him out the wall. Oh Lord.
Hey, you thought you was gonna just get away with a smack by my sword by stealing my man's book?
Oh, we need to give Yuno some shots too. You about to find out what the real Wizard King magic like. Oh no, I can't feel my legs. Come on, please, guys. Shit. But yeah, so Yuno was seeing how happy Asta was to get the book and everything. He was hyped up, so he knows Asta's definitely standpoint in a rivalry, so he got something here. Asta's happy with his book. Yuno says he saved him again, so their rivalry started off years ago, and they signed it off with another fist bump here.
Yep.
That ends out the episode. You know, while Raph Chain somewhere in that human-sized hole, seeing the fist bump go off and the camera pans away, and he like, all right, so anybody give a fuck about me? Ambulance, doctor, somebody. Okay, I guess.
Hey, guess what? Fuck him.
Facts. No mercy in this fucking dojo. So yeah, the ending theme is pretty uplifting. Like it's the start of something. We got it's our main folks. Nice visuals. It's slap. Preview narrated by Asta again. Yeah, that closes off the second episode. So what's y'all final impression on the second episode and the series overall? With Tenyu, like what's going? Mars, go. You go first.
But I guess overall as an episode, again, I thought that the animation in this episode was pretty crisp. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure
especially in the moment where a nigga gets smacked.
Yeah, especially when he gets smacked or when they was getting jumped by that old ass drunk nigga. Like the animation was crisp all the way around. Like I never seen like some kid, take all those hits, get back up, and still like my son's eye was lumped. He had a tooth missing and was still sitting there like, yo, I'm still ready to go. But
it's made. Let's go.
But I thought the animation was great. Again, like you said in the beginning, the opening was heat. It was good to see some visuals with it as well. Kind of get an idea of like where the series is going. As an episode, I really enjoyed the episode because now you get an understanding of where their rivalry started, where their dreams and like their motivation comes from, right?
Definitely.
Like you don't have to wait like 5-6 episodes to get an understanding of like, hey, like what is this character's motives, like what are they going for and stuff like that. Like you kind of get it within like the first episode, but you really get it within the first two. I thought the way that they kind of gave our main characters like kind of like sculpted them or like kind of gave them personality to episodes. So in the second episode, but yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. I like the ending. I like how their rivalry was again showcased here, like as one as like a competition, like a friendly competition between the two. So on that note, again, I thought it was really good. I give this one a 7.5 also. Maybe a 7 because I did like the first episode still a little better than this one.
Yeah,
but overall, I thought two great solid episodes. Overall, as a series, I would definitely continue it. Just started off from the visuals, like just seeing like the number of characters that will probably pop up like in this series. It's like a wide variety of different characters.
Definitely. You get that from the opening.
Yeah, you get that from the opening. So I'm definitely excited to see that. But like I said, like it's that rivalry piece, man. Like I want to see where it goes. I want to see how far these two can go. In their rivalry, right? Like we've seen it before. Like we said, we've seen how Goku and Vegeta have gone. We've seen how Naruto and Sasuke have gone, and you know, like I don't know if you guys have watched Digimon, like Ty and Matt, like how those guys are gone and stuff like that, right?
Reviewed that too. Yep.
So like I'm excited to see where these guys go, especially with one being blessed by magic and one, you know, being forgotten by magic, you know, being like a physical hard worker. So I'm excited to see what that.
Two ends of the big spectrum.
Exactly.
Oh, I really enjoyed this episode, and I'll definitely continue watching. Yo, honestly, I could think when the ending theme is playing, I could see Yuna, Asto, and Refshi in that fight back meme. They like beating them up.
Fight back. That's what was happening while the ender was playing. Yep. That was off the camera. Yeah, so let's get this nigga back. Fight back. Bing, 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 bing. Steal his book too. We can sell this bitch on the black market now. Bing, 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 bing.
Right, that's all our pictures as the outro theme was going.
Facts. Oh, you hear in the background? Help! Help! They ain't heroes at all. Help! Help!
Like where you think you going? Where you think you going, homie? We ain't finished with you.
Hey, bring that ass back here, boy.
What? But yeah, continue goes.
I was like, nah, you flip around, wash him like he was doing them clothes. Yeah,
dude, nah. Get him. Put him through the spin cycle.
But I definitely enjoyed it, and I definitely look forward to watching the rest of it to see how this thing progresses.
My final impression was this is still a continuation of things that have been seen full flashback and given full context of the story and everything. So you're fully into the world in like 2 episodes, which is mad important. Mad anime takes mad long to invest in world, and you invest in the characters, you invest in the world, you invest in their magic powers, you understand the concepts of what's going on and everything. You can move forward with people and meet even new people in the whole slew of characters that you kind of get from the opening. And already right off the bat, in like 2 episodes, you got a whole bunch of it to hang your hat on, and you could go forward with it. I mean, we reviewed the first 2 episodes of Naruto. First episode gives you like a lay of the land and shit like that, but you don't even get nothing until about the 3rd episode to open everything out, and you're not even told like everything in general. These 2 episodes give you a lot of information and a lot of stuff that be like, okay, now I'm invested in this world, and let's see where everything goes. So of course, this pushes stuff forward. You definitely want to go. I would definitely. Great start.
To add to that point, it's like you said, it's quick and right to the point. Like it gives you enough information without giving you too much information at the same time.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm pretty sure in these 2 episodes they sealed exactly what world you in, what stuff you should be focused on, and what you're going to further with, and whose journey you're following.
Yeah, and you tend to see that with certain like animes. It's kind of hard to like kind of get that across like within the first 2 episodes without giving too much or giving too little. Like some people feel like, like I don't understand what's going on. They gave so much information, like holy shit, like, and some people are just like, yo, I don't even know where the fuck are we going with this, you know?
Pretty much. And these 2 episodes take you on a journey and put you in a world that definitely can be like invest in and move forward. And I think I like that's what the thing about newer anime is. They got the feels of like classic stuff, and they used to rag with fillers, X, Y, and Z and stuff in general. And this feels like a combination of we want to get to the point and invest, have people like, you know, put stock in that. So that's
definitely all of that.
Any last time close look on this week?
Yeah, Sister Lily, get at me.
Hey.
Nigga said hit the DM line, Sister Lily. He said fuck what Asta thought.
Listen. You know what? I'm not gonna say that.
Nigga said it's between her and God. Nigga said I'm in a holy book. Don't worry about it.
I could probably get a water to that watermatic that's got.
Yeah, he said I got that. Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna close the book on Black Clover this week on the review. We all give it a big thumbs up for sure. The new episode's fire, and anybody we definitely recommend Black Clover. Sure, big fandom around it for sure, but like it's definitely all.
It's definitely worth it if you get a chance to watch it after you finish watching it. To definitely take the chance to read it.
Yeah,
definitely a good piece of work.
It's an ongoing manga. It's in their final arc right now. They coming up movies, stuff like that. Like Black Clover is a whole, you know, big thing. then definitely hop in. And especially now that the anime is kind of on close and they working on the movie, this is like the perfect time binge. Like right off top, that's a clean.
It's a clean binge. I know when Black Clover first started, like it had its like negative points. A lot of people were like, hey, like I don't know where this is like going. Like they're like I don't like characters, but
the
like
stigma was it was like a ripoff of Naruto and Fairy Tail put together, like right off rip with the magic and the shit. And then also we was talking about the controversy that used to be the thing, because this came out around the same time as My Hero Academia, and it was pushing as My Hero was actually catching traction. There was a full push from Crunchyroll to make sure that Black Clover was definitely the thing that you needed to watch, and it was making sure My Hero was kind of pushed to the side until niggas started becoming really like high on the fandom, and it was like, all right, let's push both of them. But it used to be just Black Clover, Black Clover, Black Clover. And you know, when one company pushes, we as wrestling fans knows when one company pushes one thing majorly while people have fandom for another thing, push to the side, it starts to push and pull. They're like, no, we want to talk about My Hero right now, but they're like, no, you gonna get this Black Clover. You're not gonna demand shit for us, and we gonna fight back on it.
Yeah, and at that time, I remember that time like when they was pushing Black Clover like that, and that push and pull effect was definitely there, because I think a lot, like you said, even myself, like
it was both of us. We was sick of that shit. We didn't want to touch Black Clover at that time.
Yeah, we was like, bro, I don't want to read this, bro. But like once I sat down and took the chance to read it, I was like, holy shit, bro, like this shit is really good, and like I'm glad I could read it.
The amount of characters you will fall in love with in this series is the level of a Naruto or like a Fairy Tail. Like the cast of characters really are the heart of this show, and it'll make you it'll deviate itself so many other.
It definitely does. It definitely deviate itself. Like at this point now, like it's hard for me like to believe that people would say that this is like a Fairy Tail or this is like a Naruto and stuff. It's really set itself apart. Yeah,
that's stand out. Host who knew up in this while it's a worthwhile ride. Like,
it's definitely like it's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah. So on the preview for next review episode from us, we're gonna be sitting back on the comfy couch with Class V co-host. Tell us what we about to hit next.
Listen, America, we going back to the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah, America.
Ooh.
We gonna review up that Bernie Mac show episode 1 and 2. So that's next week when we back on the couch. So now we got an email set up at blerdbynature.com.
Who you with?
Who you with for sure? Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature. Twitter at Blerd By Nature NARE. Co-host, hit us YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yeah, and guess Mars, you want to plug any social or anything like that, or you want to keep in your shadow realm?
You know me. I say the shadow realm. You know.
Yeah, I hear that. So you can't fight him on the grid because he ain't nowhere part of the grid.
Listen. I'm gonna let you guys know. If I want to be found, I shall be found.
Facts. He in the shadows like Rafchi was it when everybody was getting their grimoire.
Tell Kaiba I said hello.
All them souls gone long in the past. But yeah, so currently as we record this episode, and probably it's gonna change by the time this drop, but Vault episode currently out. We got Yasuke out, and then currently our last uploaded so far was Keaton and Kel episode, so everybody check that out. And any last notes between you guys before I hit the outro?
I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. Definitely had a blast.
Wonderful guest, man. You straight at home talking anime shit.
I also want to give you guys your flowers. Like I'm proud of you guys, like for doing this, right? For doing your podcast, right? It's been a year now, right, since you guys have started this.
Yep. We've been at it recording for about 2 years, but we actually started posting out a year now, so year game, and now we got guests on. We've been talking about this for a long time, wanting you to be a guest on here. So I'm happy that we finally made it through, and we working this shit, doing it well.
I gotta say, I like the direction you guys are going. I have much respect for you guys. I look forward to see what you guys do in the future.
Appreciate it. Host that out.
Just always a thank you. Thank you for everyone that listened. Thank you for everyone that's been rocking with us so far.
Thank you for the one guest we got today. Mars in the building.
Yes.
Big respect.
Yes,
Big
this
respect,
is fun.
This is always fun. And you will be back. We will cook up another idea, and you will be back again, Mars.
Hey, just let me know. Listen. They got a whole bunch of new shit out. They got Eden Zero. They got the 4 Horse of the Apocalypse. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Just
yeah. You'll be back on Cooking Stove for sure. We definitely, but for sure. All right, so I'm gonna hit the outro. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This nigga go with the flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
Mari.
And this is Keemari, aka Mars.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And until next time, peace.